time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi guys, welcome back and happy Monday. Only with the best energy this Monday, especially in the live chat. I just wanted to say I am so happy to be back in my studio, and thank you to everyone for all of the kind comments. As we were in Hilton Head, you guys know I was dealing with my allergies and I received tons of love. So thank you, thank you. Feeling better, my eyes are clearing up, so you guys are the best. Now with that, we have so many topics to discuss because it's been a second since we've been back on here. So you know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for future videos. And let's welcome Jason.
Happy Monday. Coming in with the best energy, the positive energy. Unlike, some of the live
We don't got time for that negative shit in this live chat.
No, or in this lifetime. But have you noticed, people... That. Yeah, I just people in general are just a little heightened lately with their emotions, just out and about. So, we'll give it a pass.
My coattails are about worn out from your negative ass energy.
Okay, Catherine. Oh. Is that your reference?
Yes, that's my reference. Okay. Well, Jason, there's so much to discuss. I mean, from Vanderpump Rules to the Bethenny Frankel story with the pending lawsuit that is coming up against Bravo and NBCU. It's just, I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, man. I don't either.
Wait. I didn't even tell you. I also have season 2 spoilers for the Real Housewives of Dubai. And I have BravoCon news that not even Bravo has announced yet.
I know. Well, I know the spoilers from Dubai.
Oh, do you?
Good. Oh, yeah. They're really good.
Oh, I had to. Okay. Really quick, you guys. When I'm on the phone or if I get tips or anything, Jason always makes fun of me because I'm like an old man in a 30-year-old body. I don't use notes or pages when I write notes. I text them to Jason as notes with little dashes for the points. And Jason's like, you could just use your notes app, right? And I'm like, you are my notes app.
There is an amazing notes app. Our text thread back and forth is just talking to me or making notes, and I'm like, what the hell does this mean? What are you talking about? Whoa. So yes, the notes app is pleasantly usable and really, really fun to use. Just FYI,
just
FYI put that out there. And Samsung, Android has a nice one too, but the one on Apple works really good.
Yes. All right. So I say let's start with maybe the NBC lawsuit situation.
Sure, because I think last week when we left off talking about this last Monday, I got some comments that I was a bit judgy about reality TV stars. But go ahead and dive right in, because I've been talking to a lot of people. I've been talking to actors, I've been talking to producers, I've been talking to reality TV people just to get their insight on it. And I kind of, how we were on the fence about the whole thing. I feel like I've kind of made a determination of how I feel, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Okay. All right. By the way, before we jump into it, I see where Ebony Dick said, hi, when is the next members only? So we will be back on Friday for our members only, but Jason has a fun video that will be coming up this week for our members only, which will be taking you through our new venture in Hilton Head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Our new little rental venture.
Yeah, and Jason's the star of this movie, guys, so get ready for that one.
Hey, I couldn't. Your poor eyes. Those allergies are just.
you
were on camera ready.
I was like, I'm not. I was doing TikToks with my sunglasses. I was calling Shaylee. She's like, girl. And I was like, I'm putting them on.
I feel like I'm having the same issue now, too. It's crazy.
No. All right. So we're going to get into this. We're going to start with the Bethenny Frankel of it all, everyone. We have almost 350 in the room. Smash that like button. Show some love. And let's start with Instagram handle ByWig Hello Drama, who's bringing us all the drama from Bethenny Frankel. Now, Bethenny tagged some of the Bravo celebrities who have contacted her and want to get involved in her pursuit for a reality TV union. If you guys don't know, well, we're going to keep you pretty freaking posted here. Bethenny Frankel, well, she has kind of spearheaded this. Now, reality TV stars are gearing up to sue Bravo and NBC Universal for depraved mistreatment. They're alleging mental health and sexual exploitation. And Bethenny is on top of all of this. So in a letter, this was a legal letter obtained by Page Six on August 4th, the networks were said to have put their stars through grotesque and depraved mistreatment and of making deliberate attempts to manufacture mental instability by providing their talent with alcohol while depriving them of food and sleep, as well as denying mental health treatment for those displaying obvious and alarming signs of mental deterioration. They're also accused of distributing and or condoning the distribution of non-consensual X-rated material and the distribution of revenge X-rated material, which you guys know starts with the P, but we don't want to get clocked here on YouTube. Now, while no exact details were given in regards to the revenge X-rated material, including names, the case went on to suggest that the networks are guilty of covering up acts of sexual violence as they were asked to preserve information about violence at hand that they're talking about. Well, I'm going to show you guys this because Bethenny did tag a few of the reality TV stars who have reached out to her, and I'm surprised that Tom Sandoval is one of them.
Pose subject to modification. I did not buy the idiot guide to starting a union in 24 hours, but these are fair. These are ways that talent can understand compensation without having to try to audit a multi-billion-dollar powerful company that hides money in different places and likes to try to pretend that everything equals a show expense, so you never get any of the gross. For unscripted talent with shows that make it to air, the minimum should be $5,000 per episode. Talent should receive a 10% raise each season. If the show is a huge success and ratings have increased, it's subject to negotiation or the talent can walk away. It is, in fact, their real lives. So for networks and streamers to be trapping people, not allowing them to do other things and forcing them to expose their real lives on reality television is unconscionable. Talent gets 10% of their last negotiated talent fee for additional. These are the 10 cycles. That if a network has a season and decides to re-air that season, talent gets 10%. If a streamer decides to keep that on, talent gets 10% of their talent fee each additional year. Any additional entities airing that show, i.e. Peacock, will also pay 10% to the talent. On shoot and promotional days, talent gets a per diem $100 a day. Now to retroactive. Starting right now, series talent that has not been paid for shows that have been airing with no compensation should receive $5,000 per season retroactively from each distributor. So I should be paid $5,000 per year from streamers and from networks for shows that have aired after the original season. If they don't want to pay moving forward, the content should be taken down and the content should not be watched or consumed. It should be boycotted. Talent is not required to give any proceeds of their business to a network or streamer, eradicating the Bethenny clause. Cycles. That means that if a network, these terms are now the new Bethenny clause. Talent should not be prohibited from promoting specific brands on their social media so the networks and streamers can try to garner that income for themselves. Talent shall receive a percentage of proceeds from ancillary merch from the gross. 5% if it's a solo act, 2.5% if it's an ensemble. For other properties, for example, YouTube, which the networks and streamers make a lot of money off of those clips using your name and likeness and talent's intellectual property, talent should receive a percentage of the gross. Now, these are specific, but subject to modification, but they're fair. These terms are now the new Bethenny clause.
Okay. So in this video, she tagged a few of the people, and you guys might recognize some of these people. Maybe not Joe Frost or Caitlin. No, I'm just kidding. Snooki, you have Snooki, Joe Frost, Caitlin Bristow, Stassi Schroeder, Heidi Montag, Tom Sandoval, Hannah Berner, Paige DeSorbo, Hannah Brown, Chrissy Teigen, and Jenny Farley. Now, the fact that Tom Sandoval actually attached himself to this is such a ballsy move, considering he is still very much so filming for Vanderpump Rules season 11. And when you are under contract with Bravo or NBCU, you are in what we like to call a chokehold, which means that's happening right here with Lala going on and saying that Sheena could have gotten a lot of trouble for going to Lake Tahoe. When she went after Lake Tahoe, Sheena went on Amazon Live and she shared a moment that she had with Tom Sandoval where Brock ended up wanting to go golfing. So Sheena had to partner with Tom in this like meditation thing where you get it out. Well, she said, I cried my eyes off. Like I my eyelashes were hurting. It was crazy. When she did this, Lala was like, Sheena, what did you do? You're going to get in so much trouble, because you do get in trouble. You have to walk the line when you are under contract. At least the current contracts for Bravo and NBCU, and Tom Sandoval joining this is definitely not doing that. Jason, I'm opening this up for questions now.
I want
please.
to. Well, I want to know how you feel about the top 10 terms she named.
I think that they're, first of all, these are fucking amazing. Especially as someone who's friends with so many, I mean, so many of our friends are reality TV talent. And it was before we even started YouTube. You know, we were in the mix of everything, and we know a lot of people, and a lot of our friends rely on this income. And one of the biggest conversations that you and I hear all the time from our friends who are currently on reality TV shows or who are not anymore is like, how are we protected? What do we do after this? What does our future look like? Because even though they're getting paid a shit ton of money, and I understand that that is the argument here, people are like, you have no real talent. That's the argument.
That is the argument. Yes. I mean, okay. So, I was conflicted about it earlier because when Bethenny compares, and this is a conversation I was having with one of our moderators and subscribers who is also a very, working actor. And I kind of agree with the consensus of, when Bethenny compared the actors and writers strike to maybe doing a strike for reality TV people. The thing is, when you're an actor, that is your profession. That is your job. You train for this your whole life. It's just very different. Most reality TV stars, i.e. the Real Housewives of whatever, come in with already a profession, with already some kind of, whatever. So I really agree with everything that she spoke on right there, especially when it comes to retroactive pay to royalties. I think royalties would be really important for reality TV. Go back to what Christmas I was watching Below Deck season 1 with Adrienne Gang, right? We've had Adrienne on the show before. We've talked to her. We know her in person. She's very different than she was on the show way back then. And now this is re-emerging. She should be paid for that, but to say this is like some kind of they're talent, but not really talent, if that makes sense. They produce a show and they're good. They're personalities, 100%. But it's just very different. And that's where I was on the fence with it last week. I wasn't trying to judge anybody's ability for what they do on television because, like someone pointed out in the comments last week, like, you can't do what Lala can do. No, I would never make the choices she makes. But these are the choices she makes, and it makes great television. Right.
And I think the difference here is you're comparing sort of apples and oranges here. When you're an actor, you have a real talent, right? And what we're saying is
that's their profession. That's what they do for a job.
Right. A Kim Kardashian, a Snooki, a Tom Sandoval, a Paige DeSorbo, a Stassi. What's your talent? But
they already have most of them had a profession before coming on to TV.
But even when you go on, the thing is when you go on a show, I personally, because we sat there in that seat for Vanderpump Rules, the interview seat, we saw the contract, and you and I, like, our jaws dropped, right? And looking at it, I'm like, yes, if you're going to go into something with this much anxiety, knowing I'm putting my real life out there, all of us are so quick to jump on each other's, down each other's throats for every little thing that we do, and we just get to see a glimpse in each other's lives. These people put their whole lives out there for us to sit there and completely rip them apart or praise them to get them to the top and then rip their asses back down because we want to humble them. But no matter what, we're going in on them, and we have something to comment on every single thing that they do. Mind you, they signed the contract, but do I think that you should get royalties and be protected while doing this? Yes, it's still a job.
Right.
So
I mean, it is still a job, and NBC, Universal, they have a shit ton of money, and I do believe that talent should be treated a little better than they're treated now, especially, like I said, when it comes to back pay. Yeah, like Kate said, no talent bashing. If it's able to go on in repeats, then residuals should be paid, especially when you're repeating a show that was on, like Below Deck season 1, like 10 years ago. You know, you're repeating that, and it's playing again for people to enjoy and watch, but the talent isn't being paid to see it, you know, to be on air again. It just doesn't make sense. But you know what NBC Universal did in the picket lines for the actors, right? When they were out picketing in front of NBC Universal, they had all of the branches of the trees cut down so the actors wouldn't have any shade when it was sweltering heat right outside the studio. So, you know, studios can be very selfish, you know, at the same time. Obviously, Bravo and NBC are selfish in a way because they have a show to produce and make. And really, when you go in and you sign that contract that says we're filming your life and we can use whatever, and you write your name on it, you're kind of like stuck. You know, they can make you look any way they want.
But also, Katie Girl said, while I don't disagree on everything, they decided to be on reality TV. Well, actors decide to be actors. People who have dangerous jobs decide to do dangerous jobs. You are always deciding. You are the pilot of your own life, friend. You know what that entails, and you know that change might be in the air and that you might need to do something and stand on the front lines to implement change. But you know what you're getting into with anything. So to be fair, this applies to every profession.
Is the point. This is the point I was trying to make, is that they chose to be on reality TV. Yes, I agree with Katie here. They did choose to sign that contract. But that is not their profession before. Actors, working actors, here's where the comparison gets weird. Working actors who make a living as an actor, who train. You have to train to be a successful actor. You know, you have to navigate that. I mean, they have a lot of people helping them. And now, you know, of course, they have a union to help them out through things like that. That is their profession. Okay. Reality TV stars already have a life, and then they choose to be on reality TV. That's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well, all right, guys.
But
let's keep this train moving.
Let's keep it moving. But that was my only argument, was that's all I was saying. But I do have to say, really, reality TV, especially when the actors and writers are on strike, all the focus goes to reality TV, right? They're getting paid. Their ad revenue for reality TV now switches from, you know, big companies doing marketing on movies now to big companies putting all of that money they were going to put into this movie or that TV show now goes into reality TV, which means the studios are making more money, the streaming services are making more money, but the talent isn't. And there should be some kind of, you know, definite conversation. I'm glad Bethenny brought this up, because there is a conversation that needs to be had. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get on with the chat. Okay. So, guys, obviously this is going to be a conversation that, you know, what's so funny is people are going to be so passionate about, and sometimes we're passionate about it even when we don't have a dog in this fight. I am not an actor. I'm not a reality TV star. I feel like I can look at this as somebody who has a pretty good head on their shoulder and as a full ass grown man with a pretty good direction. And I can see what's right is right, what's fair is fair, what's wrong is wrong. And that's exactly what we're looking at. It doesn't matter if we're comparing two totally different professions. So at the end of the day, should they probably be protected, especially if there are things in contracts that are used against them to shut them up, or to make sure that, you know, something like they don't feel like they have a leg to stand on or an argument? Yeah, that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. Nobody should feel like they're silenced. I think that we've seen this with
you know what
Leaks. You know,
but what I was going to say is with NeNe Leakes, that, you know, she did bring this up, but that was from her own personal experience, and how, you know, that's, you know, Bethenny is talking about doing this for the masses, and it's just a little different. But NeNe has talked about these same things that have happened before. But the funny thing about this is NeNe, after all of this, was willing to come back to the show, right? Many others, reality stars who talk so much about how awful this was, how awful that was, we see them come back. We see them return to the show. So it's just interesting to me. They also have managers and agents to look over these contracts, lawyers, and at the end of the day, you know, don't sign it if you don't think it's going to be something, you know, you should do. You know, but I can't help it. Our live chat today is crazy, and it's just wild to see. Guys, listen, and also in the live chat, be respectful. Everybody, it's a conversation. Oh, I don't have a perm, guys. It's just a haircut.
It's just not a perm.
It's not curly.
It's not curly. Okay. But You look very dignified and handsome. Okay. So, guys,
Thank
we're going
you.
to keep this train
Very
moving
nice.
because we have some Bravo spoilers for you before I end up getting into the Vanderpump Rules and Kyle Richards of it
Oosh.
all. As far as spoilers, well, one, nobody has said this yet, but surprise, Bravo hasn't even announced this. BravoCon attendees are going to be announced this week. So you guys will be able to find out if you are in fact attending BravoCon, who exactly you'll be seeing as far as the lineup, which is actually really exciting. But if just to kind of spoil it for you, as per last year, unless somebody's getting canceled, unless somebody got fired, or unless somebody was not on their show this season that currently aired in 2023, then they are most likely going to be there anyways. Meaning the Vanderpump Rules cast, Southern Charm. I am curious, Jason. I don't think we're going to see Family Karma.
No, I don't think we're going to see Family Karma. I don't think it's coming back at all. It wasn't in their show lineup. That's crazy. I know we're going to see every single cast of Below Deck for the first time. Every single cast, not just certain cast members, because the cast members from Below Deck, I know a lot of people in this live chat in particular don't care about Below Deck, but I do the show on Tuesday nights, Anchor Watch, where we recap it right here on Adam's channel. But yeah, last year they had like basically a crew there, a mixed crew. And then this year we're going to see every single cast. So that's going to be kind of interesting.
Yes. Shaylee, you're messy as hell.
Shaylee.
Will Rachel be there? I don't think
Probably
so.
not. That would be like Jen Shaw going last year. It's a security concern.
Lee said, when is Southern Charm coming back? It's coming back in September. They will be back. Love
September
Below
14th.
Deck. Yes. Below Deck. Bring back Family Karma. Guys, also, I love Family Karma too.
Me too.
The thing is Miami was taken off for 8 years. You never know what's going to happen. Just like Leanne Locken, who is fighting her ass off right now to get a reboot for the Real Housewives of Dubai or Real Housewives of Dallas. I want to talk about Dubai, but for the Real Housewives of Dallas, like, you don't know. Sometimes they'll pull things. Sometimes they put things in its place, and it's a business. So they're trying to see what are the best moves, and it's always just a gamble. It's like rolling the dice. Is it going to work? Is it not? What are we doing?
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Family Karma come back in some capacity on Peacock. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's definitely an audience for it. I enjoyed watching it. It was one of those lighthearted shows that focused on family and culture, and I really, really enjoyed watching it. It was just, you put it on and you just enjoy it. There wasn't crazy scandals, there wasn't a lot of, there wasn't cheating, it was really, really heartfelt to watch. It was fun.
I'm so happy though that they are announcing the lineup this week, because at least, to be fair, one, it gets everybody excited again. I mean, I'm pissed. I am pissed about one thing, which
What
is
are you
the
pissed about?
third-party bullshit sites, the ticket sites that, like, I feel so bad. I'm getting so many messages from people who are just like devastated that they couldn't get tickets, and these are people who watch Bravo. Sure, some people have money. They don't worry about the bank account. And if you don't, then amazing for you. But that is not everyone. And there are so many people who watch the shows. I met so many people last year who, like, told me how they saved up for this, how they saved up for this trip. And then these greedy ass third-party sites who go and bought the tickets for the $1,200 and now are reselling them for $4,200. It's just an asshole move.
I really think that these third-party sites are the reason that it went so fast. I really think the tickets went so fast because you have all of these other sites buying up all the tickets so they can resell them later. And it's crazy. I mean, sometimes you can find them cheaper getting closer to it from these third-party sites. But right now, people are desperate, and I hope they don't spend $4,200 on BravoCon.
No, don't. Unless it's just like, unless you guys are just like, we got it like that, then listen, by all means. But wait. In the meantime, one of our favorite franchises, which a lot of people slept on season 1 because they're a new cast, and we get that. Real Housewives of Dubai, we have some spoilers for you. We saw that some things were already put out there. And with that, we got information and a phone call from, we're not telling who debunked the stuff that was already put out there, the spoilers, and gave us some tea. So I think, shall we jump into that?
Yes, I would clarify that is not a cast member though, because you know that we have a lot of friends
That's
on the show. So this not a cast member who we got a call from, but
yes.
you know, as we've said before, we have a lot of other friends that work in production as well. So
Well, yeah, and it's yeah. Yes, we're not.
Yes.
At the end of the day, first of all, you guys would be surprised. 9 times out of 10, it's really not the cast who wants to leak the shit. It's usually production, so the things can be talked about, so they can get the cast to use this as a storyline. Sometimes it's the cast. In this case, it's not.
Yeah.
All right. So let's kind of kick off. Where do I even begin here with?
Well,
these things?
let's go through the lineup of Dubai, okay? Because
Okay.
we now, you know, Nina Ali has exited, stage
Mhm.
left. I think they're adding 2 to 3, 4 new girls
Do you
in the
wanna see them?
mix. Some are housewives, some are not. Yes, I want to see them.
Okay, so let's go through. We have our newest housewife, Talene. Now, Talene was brought on by, I believe, I'm going to say she was brought on by Caroline Brooks, but she seems like she's great. If you see her, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's got money, and she's from America. Okay. What we're hearing about her so far is that she has heavily studied Housewives in the sense that she is coming on and she is playing the Housewives game and she is fucking shit up. She is the pot stirrer. She is the drama. And one thing that makes me question if I'm excited about her is I don't like a housewife that studies. We saw this with Noella Bergner and it was
Oh my
annoying as
God,
hell.
that was so annoying.
The
I'm
crying
sorry.
scene by the creek and it's
Not every moment has to be, you know, center focused on drama. And I felt like every time we saw Noella in the Real Housewives of Orange County, because she had been such a huge fan of the show, I think she thought that she needed to have, you know, kind of the stakes are high every second she's on the camera. And you know, the stakes are not always that high, and it comes off just really annoying.
I mean, she's gorgeous, but gorgeous doesn't make a
We
great
shall
housewife.
see. Yeah, but you know what? A firecracker does, and she seems like she might be one.
And she seems like she's friends with everybody. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's
So-
important.
Yes. So Talene is going to be one of the big pot stirrers who apparently, from what everybody's saying, is one who studied Housewives. But if you guys want to meet your first official housewife who is joining in a new cast that did not come on as an OG for season 1, this is Talene. She is the only one who is joining as an official housewife this season. And then we
Yep.
have
3, I think.
We have
3
3
friends?
total. We have 2 more, and we have our official friend of, and we have one who we thought was going to be a friend of, but she did not make it to cast photos. Yeah, they did their cast photos, guys. Hold on. Let's go into the next one. So this is Juliana Misen. So she has a lot of money, like big, big, big money, like bigger than Nina Ali money, right? She was brought on. Everybody was kind of excited about this because they saw that she had the opulent lifestyle. She has the toys, she has the jets, she has the yachts, she has the cars, and she has a penthouse that's double the size of Nina Ali's. However, she thought she was going to be an official friend of the cast this season, and she is not. We're going to see her a lot in filming, just like we're going to be seeing Nina Ali. Nina Ali will be featured in season 2. She's not a friend of officially, and she's not going to be a housewife, but she will be featured. And so will this woman, Juliana Misen, as a friend of Caroline Stanberry's. But again, not official, friend of, or housewife. She's not going to be featured in the cast photo. But Talene, another thing is, guys, just to give you a heads up. So they're going to be releasing the trailer before BravoCon because Talene is going to be at BravoCon. So you guys, if you're going, you'll be able to meet her there. And when she does, or the reason that she is because they have the trailer coming, or else they would not have invited her to BravoCon because nobody would know who the hell she is. You know what I mean?
Right. And you know, as it takes time to get to know these ladies. So I mean, if there's no episode yet, it is people are still going to be wondering who she is.
Yeah.
At BravoCon, you know?
Yeah. All right. So our official friend of the season is Saba. Now, Saba is Sarah Almadani's friend, but also business partner, super gorgeous, also doing the cast photos. She's going to be in the mix. She's going to be in there with everybody. Oh, can we hear her?
To provide more.
Oh, no, not with that music in the background getting us in trouble. Let's see if we
Business, religion, life, it's all one thing. I feel it's just one unit and with different faces. It's all the same because there is a science to business. Even in the Quran and the Bible and the Torah, I've read all in English, it talks about numbers a lot. Science, business, religion.
She sounds like Sarah Almadani. Is she not?
Interesting because something that I really wanted too is I love that we have expats because that's a big thing in Dubai, but I really want to see, you know, representation in that area, you know, so I'm excited Saba's going to be joining.
Okay, so I don't want to, I mean, if you guys haven't, hold on, let me just go to this. I'm going to pull this up really quick. Who were the best friends last year?
The best friends were, well, you had a little trio, but in that trio you had a duo. So the trio was Caroline Brooks, Chanel Ayan, and Lisa Milan. And then the duo, the close duo, was Lisa Milan and Chanel Ayan, who have since, I believe, parted ways as best friends.
She's still following her.
Yeah.
But if you go to Chanel Ayan's Instagram, she completely took off any signs of Lisa Milan.
Yikes.
Lisa Milan and Chanel Ayan have had a falling out. So if you guys were excited about the best friend duo this season, you're not going to get it. Chanel Ayan and Lisa Milan, no more. Moving on. We got a break in the system. It only took one season to get there. What the happened, ladies? But I can't wait to watch this all play out.
100%. Now, listen, season 1 to me was almost kind of like a bust. All right. Season 1 for any show, it's really difficult. Even a reboot like New York, they're having a little bit of a struggle. I think season 2 is going to bring us what we wanted. I don't think we're going to see all the volatile fighting, you know, that we see on other franchises, because that's really that's not the drama I don't think people want anymore. It's just a little too aggressive. Right. So I think we're going to see, you know, more of that Ladies of London kind of vibe. Actually, Adam, the new producers of Dubai this year are the old Ladies of London producers. The other ones were nixed. So I think we're going to see a whole different show.
Yeah, which will be interesting. I'm curious to see how they do that with, if that gives Caroline Stanbury a leg up, or if that, like, if it's a familiar face, you know what I mean? Sure. But then really, I don't know if that would give her a leg up, because by season 2, if you kept the same production crew, they all become familiar faces. You spend so much time with them that they become like friends and family anyways. They're around your children. They're in your house. They're around, you know what I mean? So right. I am curious about that. Pam Nora said, Dubai was unwatchable. I disagree with you.
You know, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't as great as I expected it to be, especially with the city of Dubai being Dubai and the UAE. And like, this is just not what I was expecting. Mm-hmm. So it was good. It just wasn't like, it didn't carry my attention, you know, profoundly through the whole season. Right. But I think we're going to see a turn on that, because, I mean, this is an investment. Think about the investment Bravo is making by filming internationally, and not like, I'm not talking about Cheshire and Melbourne and that someone mentioned earlier. Those are produced separately away from Bravo. Those are franchised out. So right. This is actually part of the network. They're spending money to have, you know, crews, cameras, stuff like that. So I knew there would be some kind of turnaround, and I hope, because I think all of these ladies are very interesting, I hope with the new production team, I hope with the addition of ladies and stuff like that, I really think we're going to see a really, really good season 2.
Well, what people don't know from last season is that the majority of last season, they filmed around Caroline Stanbury, and then the girls, what we saw from last season, it seemed like they spent so much time together. They crammed the rest of the ladies in these moments super last minute, like in the last 2 months. The show, everything was sort of geared around Stanbury at first. And then that's when they started integrating everybody in, figuring out what the dynamics were. But I believe Caroline got a lot more filming time than the rest of the women. Let me just answer some of these. Any news of why they are bringing Vicky full-time next season? The woman is unpleasant to watch. I don't know. I don't think she's unpleasant to watch, but she is coming back as a full-time housewife next season. Marissa, tip, don't vacation where your allergies spike. Well, you meant don't buy another house where your allergies spike. Yeah, I didn't know that. So sorry, Marissa.
Well, I mean, your allergies were spiking here before we left. It's just, I think it's like a season for everyone. Mine started. It's a season.
Tinsley's opinions. Hey, Adam, Jason, and family. As for me, I'm loving the RHONY reboot.
Me too.
I love me some Travis Tinsley.
Same. I really, really do love the reboot. I think it's fresh. It really is.
Brian Scott Patterson, cancel Atlanta, cancel Beverly Hills, cancel Orange County, and invest in cooler places.
Well, it didn't work out with Salt Lake so well, did it?
Investing
in a cooler. Do you think we're gonna have a good Salt Lake? I mean, but I do agree. I mean, we have to have a change around for Atlanta. Atlanta is what some people are talking about. Dubai, unwatchable. They were saying for season 1 of Dubai. I find Atlanta right now completely unwatchable. I have given up completely. It's just not the same as. It just holds a special place in my heart. It was my first.
You miss
Housewives
Nene and Portia.
I miss Nene and Portia. I miss the shade. I miss the fun. Now it's just like all these contrived storylines. It's similar to what Nene was telling Carlos King. It's like, now we're doing the fake storylines. Now we have a fake this. Everything is this. It was more genuine when these groups of women were all, together. And now Beverly Hills is always stuck in scandal.
I love me some Drew Sidora as far as just in person, guys. She's the sweetest. Like, she's so freaking nice.
She's really nice. Yeah.
She's just so nice. But this LaToya Ali storyline that I was watching, that was like so cringe to get through. I wasn't excited to see LaToya Ali back. I didn't like, the whole concept of it. And as much as I love Drew Sidora, I was sort of buying more of the Candy Burris side of that situation. But anyways, also guys, I'm going to tell you this really quick. This is going to be the only tea that I drop. Actually, no, it's not the only tea. I just dropped to you guys Dubai and BravoCon attendees being announced this weekend. There is a massive article that is coming out soon, and you guys are going to flip your shit. I'm talking on the heels of canceling one of the biggest franchises on Bravo. It could happen. We'll see if it happens. There's an article that is brewing right now from Vanity Fair. Get ready for it. This is going to change
what you're talking
everything.
about. Oh my God.
That's all I'm saying. Did you get
chills? It's
That's
not
all I'm saying.
Good. It's
come back and revisit.
Good.
And just know that I told you first. Come back.
Yes.
We'll revisit when it comes out. Know that I told you
this. We will all be cringing, and when we found light of what was said and what is being accused and alleged, it is like it makes me cringe. Like I'm like getting like all goosebumpy, and it's bad. It's bad. We might not even see that show come to light.
Any Bravo scandal that you've seen so far, I feel like I'm fucking Andy Cohen right now. Like, I feel like I'm not effing Andy Cohen. I feel like I'm Andy Cohen by delivering this message of like, when I tell you guys, like, so ladies, how do you think the reunion's going so far? Yeah, it's really a good one. Like, this is not anything to celebrate. It's not anything that anybody should be proud of. It's going to be absolutely disgusting, and it could be the biggest scandal in Bravo history, and it is currently being written as we speak.
I have no words.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Elaine Hargate said Adam is pulling a Jason Vault. I'm going to get a text from Elaine right after this, and she's going to be like, girl, give me the tea. Elaine, don't even try
wonder
it.
though if we would find out about this said article before BravoCon. Because that would be quite.
Oh, yeah. Yes. 100%.
But we still don't know if it's going to be published.
No, we do. It's being published one way or another. It's past the point of you can't return. It's coming out. Confirmed.
Well, this is going to be really bad for a lot of people. Yeah. And I don't want to even laugh about it. It's and I hate doing this to everyone too. Like we're sitting here like, oh my God.
I know. And the thing is,
we can't.
I can't. I really.
But just keep your eyes out.
To tell. And I think that, by the way, I think that there's a little integrity in that, because I could come on and I could ruin shit for everybody, and I could drop it and I can blow everybody's lives up right now before the Vanity Fair article comes out, pissing them off. And I did this before. I did this with NBC and Bravo. I pissed them off with the Jen Shah interview, and I see what it's like to be on the other side of that. I've seen that, and now I'm not. I'm in good graces with the network and Bravo, and I like where I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting pretty. I want to sit pretty. I don't want to ruin anything. I want them to go ahead. Like, this is their narrative and other people's narratives that are being put out there. It's their story. It's not my story to tell, but I'm going, like, it will be wild. You'll see.
Wild.
Okay. Will you tell the members? Lee, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't, but we will do a members only on Friday. I can't, because if I told the members, it's going to be all over. This is not something that anybody's going to sit on and be quiet about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I put it on members, by the way, I see all the time where I do members and then it comes out and it's like, you said this. And I'm like, did I say that in members? Were we having champagne? Like, what did I say?
Probably.
But no. Yeah. Okay.
Liz, I don't know. Did we miss this?
Oh,
super
hi,
chat
Liz.
from
Thank you for the
Liz.
super chat.
Thank you so much. So Phaedra should join the Dubai cast. I mean, listen, is she doing Married to Medicine or
she's
or
doing
something?
Married to Medicine. Leave her over
Yeah,
there.
she's good.
Yeah. Keep your place to keep getting the tea. Adore you for and that's another thing too. That's why you got to be careful when you say shit, because then we won't get all of this good tea, but we will be able to give you the context behind it once they drop the article. And I promise you, the article is going to say X, Y, and Z, and we know a lot more as far as like the full story. So once it comes out,
that when it comes out,
we will have what?
We'll have to dissect that when it comes out.
Yeah. You want to know another thing, Jason, that I want to dissect right now?
What do you want? What do you want to dissect?
Why did you laugh like that? What is that?
Because I don't know, in my mind, I thought you were going to say something about Kyle Richards. And then like this music video popped into my head. And then all of these things I've been seeing about Kyle Richards on the sidelines of Morgan Wade's concerts just has me like,
just has you feeling
thinking
like
that we're being duped.
Jason doesn't even look at me like this. Look at this, BDE. I mean, this. Okay. So as you guys know, Kyle Richards starred in Morgan Wade's music video. Now, Kyle has been running around with Morgan Wade, and we try to be very careful when we talk about certain things because we understand that there are families involved, especially a daughter who is not yet an adult. And she, I'm sure, has full access to social media and she sees everything. So I always look at it when I talk about Kyle Richards as if, like, how would I feel if I were a teenager and reading articles about my mom. So I look at it with that sort of respect, but this I don't understand. Kyle Richards debunked the rumors that she was linked to Morgan Wade. We are best friends. We have tattoos because we're best friends. Me and Teddy have tattoos. And honestly, Teddy was so happy because somebody was talking about Teddy. So that was great. And from there, it's like, what are we doing? So we debunked these. TMZ caught up with her and they were like, hey, are you dating Morgan Wade? No, we're not dating. This music video, what the f are you doing? And then the interview for the music video, they are talking about how they just wanted to play, like give the people what they want. We just wanted to play with the emotions of everyone. Well, now if everybody links you together and thinks that don't get pissed off. You know what I mean?
No, 100. I mean, 100%. I see in the live chat where people say they have business together, that she's her manager. And honestly, just the way this is being played, why don't you just say that? Why wouldn't someone just say that? Why wouldn't Kyle just say that? Why wouldn't Morgan just say that? You know?
Yeah. Ebony Dix, Adam, stop being positive when you talk about Jax. I maybe have said 2 positive things about Jax in my entire life, so I don't know what you're talking about. Majority of the time, I don't necessarily say the kindest things, but also there is a history there. So to be fair, no, I don't talk very highly of Jax Taylor, nor do I care about Jax Taylor. But getting back to this really quick, I just don't understand with them doing this music video and running around. I understand that there's business. She's producing this documentary on Morgan's life. Morgan, I believe, is about to get I think it's a mastectomy. She's about to get a procedure done in November. They're following her through this. They're following her through her career. And Kyle wanted to produce the whole thing. So you're going to see Kyle with Morgan anyways, if she is a producer on this documentary that is following Morgan's life. So yes, that makes sense that we're seeing them together. But I think further fueling the salacious narrative that she didn't want further fueled. Hold on, i.e., let me find this really quick. This is where it gets confusing to me. The statement that Kyle Richards put out, right, was this. Let me just pull this up really quick. This is why I don't get, Like, what are you doing, girl? In the statement, it said, in regards to the news that came out about us today, any claims regarding us divorcing are untrue. However, yes, we've had a rough year, the most challenging one of our marriage, but we both love and respect each other tremendously. There has been no wrongdoing on anyone's part. Although we are in the public eye, we ask to be able to work through our issues privately. While it may be entertaining to speculate, please do not create false stories to fit a further salacious narrative.
And that should go for her as well, because am I wrong? Hello, now you're the love interest in her music video. You're always on the side. Like, what is happening? Then you don't give the same things, Kyle. Please,
Kyle,
love her to death, but it's just
I think Kyle's great.
Hypocritical.
This is hypocritical. I think Kyle's great. I think that you're now playing with people, and if people start linking you guys together and talking about you, you fueled this. I no longer feel bad for it.
Yeah.
At all. You know what I mean? A music
video. You can't
video.
put fuel on the fire and ask for the fire not to be there. That's just not how it works.
Put the fire out with the gasoline.
Fire out with a video statement, Yeah. Good Lord. Dear Dana, thank you so much for the super chat. I think maybe Kyle doth protest too much.
Yes, I think so too. She loves the attention, LOL. Well, also, to be fair, she is a reality TV star. And like Andy Cohen said, and I always love to point this out on Watch What Happens Live, he said, all reality TV stars have a little bit of narcissism and an ego. That is why they are on reality TV.
You don't say.
T-Talk with Shaw said, yes, they are playing into it. The free press is worth it for them.
I mean, literally, it's what did they say? At least they're talking. Good, bad, at least they're talking.
I mean, it's just like last year we got this with Lisa Rinna and Kathy Hilton with the Aspen stuff, and it skyrocketed Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and the viewer fam, everybody wanted to know what's going on. This year we're doing this. They've already wrapped filming, so they're working on the trailer right now. They're editing it. And I don't think that they're going to keep the trailer until BravoCon. I think that they'll release the trailer before BravoCon. And if anything, they might just show like a first glimpse of like the episode, like maybe the first 7 minutes on a panel or something like that, But I don't really foresee them holding that trailer until November. Do you?
What I wonder about BravoCon though is what will be the big, and they always have a big announcement, like it was New York last year, or there's a trailer we're going to get. I wonder this year what that could possibly be.
Well, it's definitely going to be, I don't think it'll be Potomac because I think that'll be out before then. I don't think it'll be Beverly Hills.
It won't be Dubai because I think we're getting a trailer before that.
It won't be Miami. We'll get a trailer before that.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Miami's going to be good.
Miami's going to be good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they have been done.
New Jersey, maybe. They wouldn't. They haven't even started filming.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there's
no.
What are you going to drop? Like
Salt Lake City, the trailer is supposed to be coming this week. So no, guys, I don't know what the big announcement would be unless it's like one of those, if it's one of those stupid, like, if it's one of those like dumbass, like couch talk shows, that's gonna be such a,
well, I mean, we have, like the new one we have with Kate Chastain and
actually that looks kind of cute, to be
It
honest.
does look kind of cute. It could go either way though. You know what I mean? Like they're great together. It could go either way. I just want to, Adam, just bring this comment up really quick from Pam. Pam, I adore you for saying this. Bravo should ask Jason to do a panel for Below Deck. 1000%. Josh and I want to do it together so bad. We really want to do it together. So, I mean, we are so invested in it at this point. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. TT Doll, thank you. Member for 9 months, TT Doll. Wow.
Hey, I hope you're feeling better too.
My gosh. Yes. Hope that you're feeling better. By the way, TT Doll, again, for everybody, since we have over 800 people in the room now, Jason is dropping a special members only behind the scenes video this week. And we will be back on members only live starting Friday again.
So Friday. We'll do Friday. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you to everyone who's been so patient with us because we have just been all over the place. And also you didn't want to see these eyes anyways for members. To be fair. Has Erica found a new fossil to pay her bills? Yeah, I don't think so.
Or a new excuse for her weight loss, like she was going on Watch What Happens Live, ignoring the Ozempic, whatever, and she said it was her menopause. Like, my mom didn't look like that after menopause. I'm just gonna say, like, I don't know what the hell.
My mom said that too. My mom watched the TV. Like, my mom was watching Watch What Happens Live, and she's like, "Bitch, why didn't menopause do me like that?" I'm like, "Relax, mom." Like,
even Jackie Hoffman, who was on, a big Broadway star, she was amazing. She was like, just giving her all kinds of eyes. It was so funny.
Drusilla said, Ravenwood. I like that name, Drusilla. Kelly Leventhal for Ultimate Girls Trip. I actually would like to see that. I think we're like, it's time, guys. Bring Kelly, but like, Kelly said shit. We all want to like nail her to the cross for what she says. And then everybody wants to hear more. And that's why they're watching her. That's why her YouTube numbers are growing. It's like, you don't know what's going to come out of her mouth, which makes her great reality TV. And then you want to nail her to the cross and cancel her and then ask for her to come back. I don't know which one, but I say put her on Ultimate Girls Trip. Let's see, especially if you brought Gretchen Rossi back.
Bring it. Yeah, I was going to say, you could bring some all-star like people to do that Ultimate Girls Trip. Some big personalities. A big personality Ultimate Girls Trip. I mean, you might have to have some padding around if they're all together in the same room, but you know,
everyone is asking for you and Josh to be the ones to.
We are trying to make noise about it. We have inquired about it, but you know, I think we have the knowledge for it. It was kind of embarrassing for some of the panelists last year. At BravoCon, some were amazing. Some were our friends that do this as well. You know, Faces by Bravo.
Are you talking about the moderators?
Moderators, and being a panel. Yes. So, sorry, not panelists, but a moderator. But then some moderators had never even seen the shows that they were moderating the conversation on, which made me cringe. I'm like, we really want to ask these questions, and you can do it in a fun, respectful way, but also like, you know, below deck, guys. We have not missed an Anchor Watch in 2 years. Okay. If we do, we miss like one every couple of months. So we've been covering all of them. So hopefully Bravo. And listen, Josh and I are used to a live audience. We performed in Cirque du Soleil for 4,000 shows. So
you just want to you want to post your resume?
I want to post my resume to Bravo and say, you know what? Josh is also a stand-up. Hello, we can have a great panel. Let's do it. Come on, Bravo.
Yeah. What was I saying? Said, love you guys. Thank you so much for the
thank you so
chat.
much.
We
Happy
appreciate
Monday.
you. TT Doll, hi, I'm better. Going for the last cancer chemo on the 14th. It all looks great, and I love you both so much. Oh, TT Doll, we're sending you all of the healing vibes and the best and all of the love, as always, and a speedy recovery. You're going to do amazing, and we love having you in the live chat. Ebony Dix, also, even though I miss you popping in when we would take callers.
Yes, so do I.
Out. Thank you for the super chat. Let's move on from here, guys. Stand up. When can we see it? Oh, Josh's pure comedy. Yeah, of course we know.
So
Jason for Below Deck and Adam for Vanderpump Rules.
That'd be
fun. What's so funny is I had the audacity, and I don't know who the guy thought I was, when talking with the person who brings the info. So it's not one person who decides who the moderators are. It's actually a team. There's a table of people, and it's the higher ups who are really making the big decisions. But I do know the people who get to kind of feed some names into the ear. And I did, of course, put myself in there. But I did recently hear that the biggest concern with bringing somebody like me on, who is on YouTube or maybe a podcaster, is they can't control you, which means, let me clarify. Page 6. Okay, they can control them. Deadline, Out Magazine, anybody from these major media outlets, like, they're not going to go on there and try to have that got you moment, because they know they're going to screw up their relationship with the network. Now, sometimes you have somebody who might be in my position who might come on here and talk a lot of shit about these shows, which if they did, then why even put them on a moderator anyways? But you might have somebody who goes on knowing that the panels will make it onto Hulu or whatever and try to have that moment that is really just self-serving, and it will promote their own brand as opposed to what they're really there for in the first place.
Right.
The panel. Right.
Agreed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I understand the hesitancy from NBC.
I do
Bravo.
too. I do too. Dear Dana, Kelly Leventhal, Brandy, Lala in one room. Now that's TV. Oh,
Lord have mercy.
I think they all hate each other.
You could call it Lord have mercy because that is exactly what everyone would be thinking.
I really think they hate it. If I miss your live, I get FOMO. Love you guys. Thank you guys for the super chat.
Thank you.
Okay, since you guys brought up, since we brought up Vanderpump Rules, let's just get into this really quick.
Oof.
Oh,
it's the never-ending story. I've said this before. This is the never-ending story. It's you keep flipping the page to get to the end, and it never ends.
It just doesn't stop. Okay, where do we begin? I don't know. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so we do have some updates as far as something about her and things that are going on. We have this one right here, which, thank you, the reality Ashley ended up sharing this. Ariana Madix confirms that she is not friends with Tom Schwartz. And as you guys can see, yesterday, they were all filming at Something About Her. Actually, it was the day before yesterday. I'm sorry. But they were all filming at Something About Her. That's Logan Cochran at the very head of the table, who is Ariana's best friend. We spoke yesterday. No, there are no spoilers with that, and he would not give them. He is very tight-lipped, and he knows to be that way because right now there's a lot of eyes on Logan, and I think that this is great. This is great for Logan. He's a good friend of the cast. You also see Tom Schwartz across from Katie Maloney.
Also, really quickly, he's a genuine friend of the cast. It's not like you know what I mean? Not like the ones that hang around.
No, there's some groupies for sure. I think I've said this a couple times on here, but when I said that to Sheena, I think I actually offended her because she looked at me like, what do you mean some of my friends are groupies? I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean? Some of your friends are groupies.
Open your eyes.
Like, what do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, hello, do you see thirsty ass over here who's been following you around all the time? And like
for 10 years?
For 10 years, it looks like they're miserable, but all of a sudden somebody puts a phone up and it's like, oh, hey. And you're like,
yeah.
But then all of a sudden when the camera's off again, it's just like, I'm so over this. Like, I don't even know why I'm here. We don't know why you're here either.
Yeah. No,
you know,
we won't name names. How about
we
that?
won't name names.
We got to be nice. We have all that good energy. We're starting our Monday with positive, good energy.
That was
we
being
already.
Nice. I didn't name
we already
names.
have a lot of good karma coming back our way. So you know what? Let's keep it positive. But yes,
I saved a putty tat. I got great karma.
You did save a little pussy cat.
I did save a little pussy cat, and she's in Connecticut. So, but okay.
More for that story on members only. Okay. All right.
Also, we have the one that Ebony Dix is asking us to not be nice to, which is Jax Taylor. Now, Jax Taylor went on and said, Sandoval, if you need a job, let me know. Hashtag Jax Studio City, hashtag bar, hashtag lounge, hashtag sports bar. Jason, you know where this is at actually, right?
I know exactly where this is at. This is my old stomping grounds. This is a great location. I'm not all for like cheese and another sports bar, whatever they're trying to do. Whatever. But it might be it's going to be very popular. Like I said, anyone who hasn't jumped on that Scandival train and tried to now is the time, because your show, we don't know how long that's going to last. And this new show, we don't know how well that's going to do. So if you're going to open a business and you know,
he just bought his ass a storyline.
He did. And you know what? The one thing that is really interesting that producers are interested in, even some of our friends have told us this, is when cast members have business. What? Oh, this is a dumb photo. What is this?
I'm sorry, I just want to leave this here for comedic relief.
Why? The makeup is so well done too. It's just he's
great. She's a star right here.
She's a star. No. Oh.
No.
So producers are interested when housewives in particular or people have businesses, because it gives them storylines and access to people and stuff like that. So Jax opening something, it could lead to another thing, or it could lead to just more people. They like having businesses. I mean, look at Leva from Southern Charm. Now she has Southern Hospitality. She has businesses, and restaurants are very fun to follow, like staff and stuff like that. So
yeah,
very smart to be opening Jax's. But Studio City is a very competitive area for even sports bars.
Yeah, even I saw right here where Brian Scott Patterson said, as someone who has lived in the Valley for 20 plus years, I'm not mad at this. And I agree. Someone else said, Maddie Mercury said, I heard Tom was not renewed. Both Toms will be on as you could see from the other photo that I just showed you. They're both fully filming. So yes, they will both be there. It should be called Jack's Holes.
Do you remember when he did? I don't know if he invested into. Remember, he was going to invest or open a sports bar in the Valley before. This was like years ago.
He was going to do it with Lance Bass.
That's right. Yeah.
Because Lance is one of the owners of, what is that one on the corner?
Rocco's.
Rocco. Oh. Is that the one where they do the game night and stuff?
They filmed scenes in Vanderpump Rules there.
Oh my God, I just went there with Sheena. That's right. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Adam.
So Rocco's. Yeah. Not a fan of Rocco's.
It's not great, but it's not bad. But, you know, Rocco's is from the Valley.
Is it?
Yeah, they actually have one
right
up
back to the Valley.
Not far. They have one not far. I mean, this one is, you know, vibed up for West Hollywood and WeHo and, you know, Boys Town. But yeah, Rocco's is actually really close to where Jax is opening his spot in the Valley. Yeah.
Well, if you guys want to see a little bit of a clip of them filming last night, well, thank you to our friend over at Bravo and Blaze, because they posted Sir Rules, which they went live. And let me just play this for you guys. Just it kind of gets everybody hyped, you know, it gets us hyped. It gets us going. Hyped. But as you can see, we have the whole cast filming over to the side, which is out front. Then you have Tom Schwartz right there next to the DJ booth. Brock is behind him. Brock's not filming with them. Meaning in that moment for that particular scene, they were filming at something about her. I don't know who the girl with the pink hair is, but I'm curious. And maybe that could even be a new something about her employee, as they did film for Vanderpump Rules, the hiring process for the show. I believe it's going to be my friend Logan, who will be the GM or manager of something about her, which I think is a great choice, especially because he's going to run the business as if it were his own, because Ariana is like his twin sister. They are just like in sync. But no, I think that this is great. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the show. I'm excited to see the drama. We'll see. I'm going to leave it at that. But Lala was saying in a different, she said, she made a comment about something. She said, guys, do you ever feel like you're actually, you know what? I'm not putting words in her mouth. I'm not putting words in her mouth, guys. I'm going to read you the comment.
Like a rainbow?
No, she didn't say anything about a rainbow.
I don't know. I was just making it up.
Do you ever hit a point where it's not that you need time or a break, but you just know you're done with something? I'm there. I think I'm done. With what? Can you elaborate?
The podcast. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what she'd be done with.
She's not done with the podcast.
No.
That's such a good outlet.
She has a good podcast.
Like, are you done with Amazon Live? No, because we know that rakes in a lot of money.
Are you done with Vanderpump Rules? No.
You're not walking away from that paycheck. So maybe are you done with dealing
Is she
with
filming the spinoff with Jax?
Yeah. Her and Sheena have filmed scenes. I don't think Katie, Ariana, Tom Sandoval have filmed anything, and I would not be surprised if we saw Tom Schwartz, because Tom Schwartz is very much so still friends with Jax Taylor. So yeah. I can see Tom Schwartz, especially right now, guys. Tom Schwartz, he needs the money. And I'm not saying that as like a dick thing. I'm saying this as because Tom Sandoval literally took Tom Schwartz's life savings and lit it on fire with Scandival. When this all happened, he invested himself into a business with his best friend, put everything into it, lost his marriage, lost his money, and now he's trying to fight to keep it to like surviving. And I think that Jax is still a good friend of Tom Schwartz, and I can see where Jax would be like, "Look, man, I know you're struggling. Like, come on the show. It's an extra."
You know, there's only a reason for this spinoff, and I really do think that after season 11 of Vanderpump Rules, because they were looking to cancel the show to end it after season 10. This is why Lisa was giving that big speech. Remember, oh, you guys, you'll get through this and figure your life out and whatever. That was supposed to be the final scene, you know. But then Scandival happened and it got saved. Where do we go from here? We know Raquel's not coming back right now, right? So it doesn't look like she's gonna come back at all, which I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to be in that position, you know, but Summer, welcome to members, by the way. No, but the only reason for the spinoff, it just seems like, where do you go from here? Where does season 11 from Vanderpump Rules leave us? And to me, I've been saying it for years season of completion, I really think that we're going to see a transition into that group of people doing something new. You know, the Vanderpump Rules, we haven't added any new cast members, and when we tried to add cast members, it didn't work. Vanderpump Rules is not the same show it started off as. We're not working in restaurants trying to make it in LA. You know, now everyone has something going on. Where does the journey go next? And I think that's what this show will be. And I would say that maybe we won't see Vanderpump Rules again after season 11.
Yeah, somebody's gonna set fire to the rain.
Someone's gonna set fire to the rain.
Yes. By the way, guys, in Hilton Head, I learned so many of these little my coattails are about worn out. And
yeah, because I made you watch Southern Charm.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hot dog heaven. Okay.
It's so funny because Adam will go through Southern Charm a little bit, but he was like, oh no. And he's like, this is really good. These reunions are really good. I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
We're
September
14th.
Sometimes I sleep on some shit, and I do.
Below Deck.
Below Deck I love. Below Deck sailing.
Down Under is really good.
Sailing, I'm like, I get a little sleepy for that. Down Under, I'm obsessed with right now. Summer House, Winter House, I just can't get into. Those are the only two shows that I
don't blame you.
I haven't even tried to watch Southern Hospitality. So
I think it's good. A good first season. There's a reason they got a second season. I think it's cool. Yeah.
Meg Berg, if you need somewhere to stay on your Hilton Head trip, reach out, DM us. Okay. All right, guys, we've been on for an hour and 6 minutes. Jason and I have not done over an hour in a long time. Usually
I know.
We keep it a little bit shorter. And I'm surprised that we ended up lasting this long. But hey, guys, thank you for all of the new members, the super chats. Thank you to everybody who engaged in the live chat. Thank you when the live chat started off a little volatile. Everybody being like, not today, neck. Shut that shit down. Positive only.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We love you guys. We will be back this week. As you guys know, for Anchor Watch tomorrow night, we're going to have our OC recap this week, probably with Ricky Cornish. Actually, I think Ricky might be out of town. It'll be with someone. We'll be back again for Hot Messy Topics on Friday, maybe with Bravo Breaking News. And we'll be back with our members only live. We'll keep you posted on the community tab for when we are dropping the members only behind the scenes. And you guys will know because the members only have their own tab. So yeah, TT Doll, thank you. See you. Love you both. TT Doll, hope you feel better. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.